This episode of Distraction is sponsored by Landmark College, offering comprehensive support for students with ADHD and other learning differences. Learn more at lcdistraction.org. Landmark College, the college of choice for students who learn differently. Hello, this is Dr. Ned Hallowell with a mini episode of Distraction. Today we're going to base this mini on a listener's question, which we love to receive, so please send your questions to connect@distractionpodcast.com. That's connect@distractionpodcast.com, so we can feature your question on an upcoming mini. So here we go. I'll jump right in and read it to you. Hi, Dr. Hallowell and crew. We have a great crew, by the way. My son is 10, has ADHD and anxiety. He has been doing karate since August and Cub Scouts for 3 years. This equals 3 nights of the week where he has to do something after school and virtually has no downtime, where he loves to be creative. This morning we were discussing his impending crossover to Boy Scouts, and he came to the conclusion that he does not have enough free time. Or in my mind, I'm wondering if what he really needs is time to be creative. Do ADHDers with anxiety need more downtime, or is it the creativity that they need? And she kindly concludes by saying, "You are the best. Thanks, Sarah S." Well, Sarah S., thank you. I appreciate your saying that to me. Yes. Now, yes, you don't know what I'm saying yes to. What I'm saying yes to is the tremendous need we who have ADHD have for a creative outlet. We really need time to be creative. Now, his being overbooked with karate and scouts probably is getting in the way of his finding the creative outlet that he needs. Not to say that karate and scouts can't be also creative, but we do need some time to kind of daydream and let our minds wander and work on projects that aren't supervised, regulated, structured, merit badge after merit badge kind of thing, which are great. In no way am I putting that down. I'm just saying we with ADD, we really do need a creative outlet. I'm just finishing up my 21st book, and the reason I write so many books is not that I'm ambitious to write books. If I don't have a book going, I get depressed. And the same can be for kids with ADD as well. If they don't have a creative outlet, they can feel anxious. They can feel out of sorts. They can feel, kind of discombobulated, not quite right. I tell my wife I'm like a cow that needs to be milked, not because I look like a cow, but I just have this stuff inside of me that has to come out on a pretty regular basis. And if it doesn't, I get sort of sick. The same applies to children. All of us who have this interesting kind of mind called, so misleadingly, ADHD, all of us have this tremendous need to create, and it's one of the best treatments, if you want to call it treatments, but one of the best ways to unlock our potential, unwrap our gift, as I like to say, is to find a creative outlet that works for you. Maybe it's building a model airplane. Maybe it's a garden. Maybe it's cooking. Maybe it's designing a dress. Maybe it's starting a business where most of us are born entrepreneurs, so maybe it's a Kool-Aid stand or a paper route or a lawn care business. You just go down the list, but some way of sort of developing your own program rather than following someone else's program. Some way of developing your own program to develop your own way of expressing your imagination, your own personal creativity. Now, for some children, that's a terrible idea because they totally need to be told what to do. But for people with ADD, sure, they need structure and they need guidance. But they really also need a place where they can just dream and try to enact that dream. And when you fall in love with that, you'll be doing it for the rest of your life. So my answer to your question is, does your son need the creative outlet? Yes, 1,000 times yes. And you're a wonderful mother for imagining and realizing that that's what he needs. This is Dr. Ned Hallowell with a mini episode of Distraction, inviting you all please to send us your question to connect@distractionpodcast.com. Distraction is created by Sounds Great Media. The podcast is recorded and edited by the amazingly talented Pat Keogh. And our producer is the amazingly creative and imaginative Sarah Guertin.